All right, man. Torture Talk. You know what it is, man. Oh man. How y'all doing, man? Hope everybody's good. Hope everybody's well. Yeah, man. I had to do a couple of different things. Um, so hope everything is great. Let me just position this real quick and do all that. I know I should have did this before I started. But hey, man, we do everything in real time. We do everything in real time. All right, so look, man. Today's episode, I wanted to get to this a little while ago, maybe a couple of days ago, but I've been doing so many episodes and trying to drop so many episodes that YouTube, for some reason, has been real lackadaisical on my episodes. But this one is about Drake. There's an article about Drake, uh, his show, this 3 day show, being a disaster, and we're gonna talk about that. So you already know. Before I get into it, I gotta get a legendary spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones at. Just don't harass them. I don't sell the merch, but I do have content absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is right here on the screen, right here. Cash App. No more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. 1,300 subscribers, over 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,000. And yes, I am the king of the north. Let me know what kingdom you are from. So look, man, we're going to get into this UK disaster that people were talking about. And yeah, man, let's get to it. Let's do it. All right, man. So let's go. Let's get it. This comes courtesy of my humble opinion. Shout out to that brother. I see that he reacted to a couple of my videos a while ago, and I want to shout him out. Of course, he'll be in the thumbnails. You have to do. I mean, not thumbnail, but he'll be in the description. All you have to do is go subscribe, and if you can donate to his channel, please do that. Us content creators, we work very hard, so uh, help us out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So shout out to him, man. He actually looks like my boy. Uh, he looks exactly like my boy. They look like brothers or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever see Sean P. Shadow Code Radio, uh, uh, if you see his YouTube, they look like they're brothers, which is crazy. But all right, so let's go, man. Let's get it.
What's up? What's up? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, on this show, we're going to go back to the Drake Wireless Fest, and we're going to talk a little bit about that because look, there was a lot of people there. I want to say 50, maybe 50 plus thousand. And if you judging by some of the videos posted, especially since Aiden Ross was streaming it, you would think that all was well, right, with the festival. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure a lot of those fans had a good time, but not everything is well, man. And if you go looking on X and all this, it's just this picture that they're trying to paint that it was just this perfect thing, but it actually was.
All right, so I want to say this before we go any further. A lot of people thought that this uh, wireless fest and Drake actually and bringing all these people to this wireless fest. A lot of people thought that this was going to actually collapse the Clips rollout or whatever. I seen people online saying like, "Yeah, man, it's over for the Clips. I can't believe." And then other people were saying, "Yeah, man, Drake really stepping on that rollout, blah 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 blah." It didn't even do anything to it. I want y'all to understand something. When it comes down to it, it's not always what we think. A lot of times people do things and it just so happens to fall on the same day. I got to give Drake some type of grace here because I believe that that was already set up already. But at the same time, I'm looking at it from the point of view of if you are out here trying to step on somebody's rollout, it didn't work. And a lot of people, they love to try to make it like that's what actually was happening. And that didn't happen.
So I have two articles I wanted to go over. These are from UK news outlets that actually had some pretty scathing reviews of the performance as a whole, not just night one or two, but overall. It was that some pretty scathing reviews on that. We also want to talk about a clip of What's the Dirt. I usually don't comment much on what he say, but he's pushing the propaganda of it was just this awesome thing that, but he had to go ahead and throw in that basically Drake shitted on Kendrick, right? And we're gonna talk about that a little bit. And there was two times.
You know, my thing is like I think that What's the Dirt has. I actually was gonna do a video, a couple of his videos, but I changed my mind. Not to say I wouldn't do it, because I'm a commentator and I definitely like to give him some pushback on a lot of stuff that he talk about. But what bothers me about What's the Dirt is he tries his hardest to try to shit on Kendrick too much, and he tries to pretend as if like he's on the side of hip hop. He's not. What's the Dirt is on the side of Drake. He's not on the side of hip hop. If he was on the side of hip hop when he did all of those breakdowns, he would have did a breakdown of Meet the Grams. He didn't, because he knows the backlash he's gonna get from doing a breakdown on Meet the Grams. He knows, so he skipped that one. He did everything else except that one, because he knows what's gonna happen if he do. But I really don't take him too serious anymore, because I think he does things out of reaction nowadays, and I just think that that's kind of corny.
That I have found where Kendrick was actually performing at the Wireless Fest, and we'll talk about that. And then finally, we're going to talk about this "What Did I Miss" song, its performance over the next week or so, which is not too good for Drake. So, having said that, man, first let's look at these articles and read these reviews because this is kind of interesting. Now, this is the Guardian, right? UK news outlet, legit, and it says Wireless Festival review. Drake's disjointed 3 night headline run smacks of desperation. Oh my goodness. If that's not, I don't know if that's clickbait or.
But this is what I was telling y'all before. He sound like he's looking for validation. Desperation, validation is all in the same category. He does. Drake sounds like a bitter old man, like Nicki, a bitter old woman. Y'all gotta like me. Yo, what's up with the love in here, bro? Y'all ain't fucking with this? Y'all not messing with that? You telling me y'all not, bro? Where the love at? I lost it. I need y'all to help me find the love. Where the love at? That's Drake. I'm gonna start calling him Mr. Validation. You know what I'm saying? The validation boy. That's what I'm gonna call him. Validate me. Like, it's crazy. Y'all love Kendrick too much. Why y'all like him so much? What about me? What I do? Tell me.
Just tell her the truth. But this is written by Jason Akunde. I don't know if that's how you say it. I apologize, my brother, if I said it wrong. But that's the name. An all-star lineup of supporting turns, including astonishingly, Lauryn Hill, show up to bolster the beleaguered megastar. But this is a very scrappy affair. Damn, beleaguered. Yo, the way they use words is crazy sometimes. They call it beleaguered. The announcement of Drake's 3 day headline set for Wireless's 20th anniversary met with a mixed response. Having been eviscerated, god damn, having been eviscerated in a rap beef with Kendrick Lamar, he had seemingly lost all street credibility. Plus,
Well, I mean, Drake never really had street cred. He tries his hardest. I think when he first came out, see, I'm gonna tell y'all like this: Drake was the best of himself. He was the best when he first came out. Not the best overall career, but excuse me, I keep yarning. I don't know why. He was the best of his career at one point when he first started. I think that was when he was the most innocent. He didn't really know too much about the game. He just wanted to do music. He wanted to rap. Once he got into it, whoever put a bug in his ear, whoever talked to him, they kind of made him out to be this guy where he he lived long enough to see himself become the villain. You know what I'm saying? When in this storyline, see Drake always, to me, he always act as if he was the hero. He act like he was trying to save everything. He act like he was being attacked. He was like Homelander to me, not knowing that behind the scenes he was the worst person ever. And I think that that's what is happening now. So when they say he got eviscerated in a rap battle, it kind of hurts him even more because Kendrick Lamar looks like the guy who came in and took him out. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Consecutive sets from one artist could be overkill. On the other hand, what better way could there be to mark the occasion? No artist is more emblematic of the interface between British and American music that is so central to wireless, despite Drake being Canadian. And the triptych curation around his various artistic persona seemed like genius. The swoon-worthy Casanova, the menacing rapper, the black diaspora surfing chameleon, or culture vulture if you're a Drake skeptic. Okay. So yeah, they said the swoon-worthy Casanova, the menacing rapper. Yeah, okay. Friday at the festival has an R&B focus, revealing rising star KWN Quan, I don't know, and the delightfully bluesy Leon Thomas. Summer Walker is somewhat garbled and listless. And then, after collaborator Party Next Door bores us to death for 20 minutes, damn, Drake arrives, throwing it back with the 2011 heartbreak classic Marvin's Room.
Damn. I'll be honest with y'all. After I went to this Kendrick concert, I realized that even I now I see why Drake don't do stadiums. I know this is gonna sound kind of weird to say. I don't think a lot of Drake music is stadium music. I think his music is arena music. I don't really think he has like stadium anthems. Like to me, Family Tides, that's a stadium anthem. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times, and it has to be, and you know the crazy thing is, it's really his voice, because let's say for example, right, he do music, he raps the way he raps. He don't really do a lot of pauses in his raps, so it's not really like there. I remember several sandwiches and like it's hard to follow along to, even though his flow is nice. Like he flows nice, but some of the songs, in my opinion, it's like maybe one or two or three he has. It's harder for him about him now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So like he could do something like that, but a lot of his songs don't really have that stadium feel. It's more of a smaller crowd feel, and there's not nothing to shit on him. I'm not trying to say something bad. I'm just saying like that's basically what it is when you listen to like Kendrick. Is really like he sets his songs up for the crowd to go crazy. I don't really think Drake really does that. In my opinion, he don't really do that. But let's keep it going.
The surprise army of R&B all stars he brings on is incredible. Mario, Bobby Valentino, Jevion, Bryson Tiller. Lauren Hill's appearance is astonishing, despite the glaring audio issues that occur in the transition from Nice for What into X Factor. It is a clear statement of Drake's standing amongst the greats and assembling of allies. No, those are some pretty good names, though. I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't mind listening to any of them, honestly. Yet the
I mean, I like Lauren Hill. I like Bobby Valentino. I like Amarion. I like all them dudes. I like all them people. I think that was cool, but in my opinion, and I'm always gonna compare this: 50,000 people, 3 nights in a row, with a wireless festival versus a dude who's doing a stadium tour. It's not the same. In my opinion, it's not the same.
also feels disjointed and strained. After Tiller performs Exchange, Drake awkwardly asks if he'll do another song, but Tiller walks off. He also won't stop banging on about how much love he receives in his true home, London. It also reads like desperation, a need to affirm that he is still adored despite becoming persona non grata. Then he floats above the crowd while blaring Whitney Houston's recording of I Will Always Love You, telling everyone to embrace a stranger. He does this again on Saturday and Sunday. It is not new.
So I mean, like, I he's gotten to the point where I never seen one of the biggest artists of all time, even one of the biggest artists in the world today, still crying about how he should be validated. I think it's so disgusting to see. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. It's just disgusting to see. It's disgusting. You're crying about validation when all your career people been validating you. No.
For his sets, but it still feels completely bizarre. You know, a lot of people, not a lot, but there was other people saying that too. Like a lot of this is Drake trying to get reassurance that he's still, I guess, quote unquote, loved by the people, which he is loved by a lot of people, right? He's still got a lot of fans that still genuinely, I think, love him. The Mandem Saturday is more thrilling. Lancey Foe, I think that's how you say that, brings in an enviable swagger and deft lyrical flow, and Grime Collective BBK are masterclass in rap performance. Frisco, a clear standout with his GBTH freestyle. When Drake comes on, he kills the vulnerable lover boy and brings aggression, getting the audience to bark like dangerous dogs. From last night's emotional manipulation to I don't give a fuck if you love me, it's quite the head spin, but an incredibly welcome one. The special guests are stacked. Fake Mink, Dave, J Hus, Central C, Hitty One, Skepta. But this is all a naked retaliation against the US rap scene as he declares UK rappers superior to them. Skepta had days earlier declared
Yeah, man. That nigga bumped his goddamn head when he said that. He really did. He bumped his goddamn head. He bumped his head when he said that. I said, God damn, this nigga bumped his head. That was a crazy statement.
war on the US with friendly fire. No one can think he truly believes this, and it only adds to the awkward atmosphere. When Vanessa Carlton turns up to vibe to 1,000 miles just because Drake felt like it, all bets are off. The organization on Sunday gets wayward as the app mysteriously changes to remove set lengths. Drake appears on the schedule twice at 1825 and 2055, and a 2130 curfew is looming. This doesn't bode well, though the lineup is stellar. Vibes Cartel returns for his first London performance in 20 years. Despite some shakes, his rapid fire toasting style is still serviceable. Though hits such as Dance Hall and Love Them feel wasted on a crowd who don't respond with much energy. Cartel's performance runs past Drake's scheduled first set, which disappears from the lineup, and the headliner stands on stage with only 45 minutes to perform. The closing dance party overwhelms as Drake aimlessly vibes out, seemingly choosing tracks on a whim. In the middle of his set, Rima comes on to perform 5 songs, which feels very odd given the time constraints. Without doubt, this has been a history making wireless, but it feels as though it was laden with fan service, nostalgia, and guest stars to mask what was ultimately a bit of a heist. You feel less shortchanged on the final night had you attended all 3 days. But if you had a Sunday only ticket, please stay on the line to your bank. Your call is very important to them. So, yeah,
Yeah, that's brutal. That's crazy. Bruh. Damn. So you saying like it wasn't organized at all. And some of these people got really no like he came out, he done songs that just people wasn't really feeling, or people was doing songs people wasn't feeling like that. Yeah, that's it. That's what happens when you just jump into something. Like he should have had this already lined up, but he said it felt more like a heist. That's crazy.
And this is somewhat similar to some of the stories that we had heard about even in Australia. And it just goes to, I don't know honestly if this is like something that Drake is known for, but it just seems, at least lately, a lack of attention to detail, a lack of energy, a lack of passion when it comes to him in shows, right? This is one of the things that makes Kendrick a much better artist, is the fact that he puts so much attention to detail and so much energy and so much care and concern into every aspect of the show, so that you don't have these things. And it does seem like, according to this, Drake depended in large part on a lot of other people to kind of carry the weight for him. Now we got another short article, a little bit shorter than this. We'll check that out real quick and go from there. Now this is the Times, and the headline says Drake at Wireless review. No wonder he lost a feud with Kendrick. The Canadian kicked off his
Wow. Oh my God. Yo, that was crazy. Wow. 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 I'm very curious.
three-night headlining gig at the North London Festival with a disappointing show, despite a last-minute star turn from Lauryn Hill. Drake being lifted by a crane while Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You blasted in the background was not on my bingo card for this year's Wireless Festival. The 38-year-old Canadian rapper singer was billed to headline all three nights in London's Finsbury Park, the first time any artist has done so, and tickets sold out within minutes. It clearly doesn't matter to his fan that he lost a feud with Kendrick Lamar earlier this year after the latter won 5 Grammys for his diss track, Not Like Us, or that Drake's recent album with fellow Canadian Party Next Door, Some Sexy Songs for You, received dismal reviews. Close to 50,000 Gen Zers had their phones out ready to record and repeat all the lyrics about sex and cash in a set that was depressingly dull until the final 20 minutes. God damn. Shit. Yo, man.
Damn, this ain't going well for him, man. This ain't going well for him, man. I'm telling you right now. He's still big, but this ain't going well. Like it's really not. This is gonna be a long career for the rest of his life. Because if he keeps on doing stuff like this, the more and more he does this, the more and more people are gonna start to notice, and it's just gonna keep declining. This is crazy.
As an artist, bro, this gotta, no matter what, even if you got some people liking it, like these types of reviews, you gotta take serious, especially when it's happened more than once. Since he had 3 days to play with, Drake mistakenly decided to split each one into themes instead of playing his reliable bangers. The first night was dedicated to R&B, a genre he dabbled with in his early music. Songs included half of Marvin's Room and Teenage Fever, with any romance tainted by his choice of outfit, a bulletproof vest emblazoned with the words testosterone. It all felt a bit lifeless and repetitive, even when he did it. Even when he did do a hit, Passion Fruit, until he brought out some guests, especially Mario, who injected much needed energy with his 2004 signature song "Let Me Love You Again." That's what I'm saying. So because he can't really carry the energy the full time, he got these people helping him. And look, there's nothing wrong with having people coming out and all of that. He wouldn't be the first artist to do that, but when they posting these videos like, oh, Drake did this and he like, I'm the first artist to do 3 days, three different things, I'll clash with anybody. No, nigga, it really wasn't you. And for the most part, the reviewers is saying it was all right, but you know what I'm saying? It wasn't all that. It ain't all they making it out to be.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if the reviewers, who are most of them, they don't have no fight in the game, no dog in the fight. They coming out saying that your shows are mid, and you have 50,000 people. I can imagine if you was to do stadium tours in America. I don't think that would ever happen. I don't think it would ever happen.
It was dismal. It was lazy. They saying, what do he say? Mario injected some much needed energy. So it was lackluster. Drake and Party Next Door, Some Sexy Songs for You review, half-hearted dross. Mm, mm, mm. This energy was quickly sapped again by Party Next Door, who had opened up the set 25 minutes late and then reappeared to do some more deadening duets with Drake. The antithesis of charismatic, he spent most of his time inexplicably waving around a towel, ignoring his dancers in black underwear and boots who were strutting about. How this section counted as a celebration of R&B is beyond me. So we got a second reviewer here talking about Party Next Door, his lackluster performance, no energy. Basically, he sucked. And again, this goes to, I guess, how serious you take your craft and performing and for your audience. Yeah, it's easy to put together a couple clips, put them on the internet, your fans put them out there, make them go viral, and then it makes it look like the whole thing was a hit and from top to bottom and start to finish, and it all went off without a hitch. But when you really get into it and you got people coming out talking about it, it was anything but that. There was some bright spots in it, of course, but it seems to me like, honestly, most of the bright spots wasn't from Drake and Party Next Door. The bright spots was from the people he brought up on the stage, and if you just take out all of those people and you just leave Party Next Door and Drake, it seems like this whole thing would have been wanting, right? Final.
That's a fact. That's what it seemed like to me when people saying. And I seen a couple of other people talking about it online. They're really out here saying that this show sucked. If it wasn't for the other people that came out, they would have. But everybody's saying this show was ass. Like they really saying it sucked. It sucked mothballs. That's what people were saying. Right? That's exactly what they're saying.
A reprieve arrived with Nokia, a funky tune that actually gets people dancing. Then Drake did his cream thing as fireworks exploded, but that wasn't it. Lauryn Hill showed up 3 minutes before curfew, as usual, and set off on some exhilarating rapping and singing, dressed in a regal gown. But though Drake protested, the sound was cut off. Even he can't fight local council noise rules. If only Party Next Door hadn't started late, or better yet, hadn't come at all. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. So those were
They cut the joint off on him. That's crazy. That's crazy. But if y'all want to see the rest of his take on his channel, make sure y'all go watch him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my humble opinion. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. I mean, I read a lot of articles. I seen a lot of opinions. People were saying that the show wasn't good. People were saying it was trash. And on top of that, he's throwing out that UK rappers are better than American rappers thing, and it's like he had to basically put that out there. Oh, nobody better lyricist than over here, even my country. And it's like, I don't know. But we see what it is when it comes to his performances. I think that I'm hearing that people were saying that what he does is, and I think I've seen this too. He says two lines and he puts the mic up and has the crowd sing the rest, and that's all. Like he don't really do any too much performing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but they saying he got 81 shows coming up. 81 shows, tours, 81. Now, I don't know who it's is with. I don't know if this is in stadiums. I have no clue. But this is what they're saying. He has 81 shows he's doing. So we'll see how that pans out. And we'll see. So thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace. Bye.